okay?
Yeah.
Hi guys. You might think this is about playing didgeridoos and stuff, but not really. It's more this sign here, if you can read it. Summer Veggies 101. But I'm going to put this down, because you probably get it now. Put this down. Bit of bamboo, didgeridoo, rhymes, something like that. Here it is. So this was planted about 10-15 years ago, so we could use it for construction and trellising. That's what it looks like in the end. Obviously we cut it into pieces. Follow me, I want to show you what we're using it for and what else we're doing in the garden for summer with our vegetables. It's like we're going backwards in time, forwards really, because we're going into summer.
That's right.
So we make these A-frame trellises. Really strong, tie them together. Bamboo is extremely good construction material because it's pretty much waterproof. It takes a long time to break down, and when you tie it and in an A-frame kind of position, it's structurally sound. Places like Bali and Indonesia and stuff, they build houses out of them. So we've got like little tomatoes under here, all different types, scattered along. And I'll eventually tie some strings and they'll grow up kind of like these guys here. My early ones, so a pineapple tomato, another A-frame, which is quite large now. Just get a bit of a twist. That's what I'm doing, just twisting it around the string. And then my tree tomato. I was online the other day, just checking these tomatoes out. Go have a look. The photos of some of these tomatoes are amazing. They have trunks like this, and they prune the trunk, and then they just go out like a tree. And they trellis the whole lot. It's amazing. So these tomatoes will grow very high. I'm not sure what I'm going to do once they get up to the top. we'll come to that problem, well, when we get to it, basically. I'll work it out. Now, what I've done over here is this beautiful compost I've laid out from our compost heap, which I probably should have shown you first. The police are coming to get you then. So I've dug out the compost here, sitting here for about 6 months, 9 months, and before that it was this obviously. And we've just been mixing it around, adding manure to it, that kind of stuff. And as I said, then when it's time to rejuvenate the vegetable beds, start spreading it out. Now, I wonder if I can show you what's under it. So here we go, this stuff here. So if I dig down, see if I can find some. It is that stuff. It's already broken down. It's amazing. So, this was planted. I don't know if you saw one of my last videos. It was basically some kind of grain, like oats. It was planted in here. I planted in here, and it got to about this high. Yesterday I pulled them out, laid them out, and then spread this manure over them. It helps with nitrogen, basically. So you're adding nitrogen to the soil when you put that stuff in, and then it just breaks down once you put stuff on top of it. What I've also done is this mustard leaf here.
Sorry, say that again. What was it?
This mustard leaf here, mustard greens, which is like a peppery kind of, salad. Sort of a bit mustardy taste, bit like rocket. It's gotten really strong now because it's out of season. But basically I've chopped them, and again I've spread them underneath. First of all, their roots put an enzyme into the soil that stops nematodes, which is something that rots plants' roots. And then I just spread them in when I cut them and put the mulch on top and the manure on top. So then we mulch on top. You can see under there, lots of bugs under there, heaps of slaters, but they're not eating my stuff. They're not eating my stuff because they've got so much stuff in there to break down still.
So they're all little bugs in there?
Little slaters and worms and things.
So that's good, is it?
That's good for the soil, yeah, definitely. Aerates the soil, breaks everything down, so the plants can, basically get more nutrients out of it. That's from our compost. And if you've got enough in there, they won't attack your stuff as much.
Yep.
Obviously, organic growing, is you're going to lose some. That's just part of it. For example, I'll put tomatoes in, but this tomato down here, come around Ben, maybe, probably easy to see. This tomato here is suffering. I might have to pull this one out and replace it. It is shooting back, but it didn't like the cold, I don't think, because the temperatures aren't quite there yet at night time.
Yep.
So you don't get them all. You don't get them all, but you just plant lots of stuff, and if one dies, you replace it or
Yeah.
you change it to something else.
What are the types of things you're putting into the compost?
Well, so food scraps
Yeah.
from the kitchen,
Yeah.
clippings and cuttings of trees.
Yeah.
If we mulch any trees, I'll put some mulch in there as well. All different types of green matter, dry leaves, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And when it gets too green, I put a layer of manure on top and then let it settle down. But once a week, usually, a volunteer comes and gets in there with their, their fork, and they just lift it and mix it all around.
Yeah.
And eventually it breaks down.
Cool.
The last thing is a big layer of manure on top, and then I put a bit of plastic on top and just leave it.
Yep.
Leave it for about 6 to 9 months, and then
Cool.
it's broken down by all the bugs.
Righto.
I've broken it all down.
All right.
That's pretty much it.
Cool. Thanks, Elton.
Enjoy your summer veggies.
Give us another didgeridoo.